There are innumerable considerations and techniques to take into account when you're creating a PowerPoint presentation or delivering that presentation. Here are 5 important ones that can help make the difference between a good presentation and a bad one. Number 1, keep it short and simple. This works in your favor because it reduces the amount of time required to write and memorize your speech, and it takes pressure off the delivery of your speech by simplifying your presentation. It also helps ensure that your key message will be received and retained by your audience members. Your audience members will appreciate the fact that you respected their time and didn't deluge them with far more information than they want, need, or could even possibly retain. Number 2, get off to a strong start. Anytime you speak in public, there's a certain amount of anxiety. One of the best ways to quell that anxiety is to get off to the kind of start that builds confidence. Now, I don't recommend memorizing your presentation word for word, except for the first 60 seconds. This will help ensure that you get off to a smooth start, the kind of start that builds momentum, instills confidence, and diminishes your anxiety. Number 3, don't use a lectern or podium. Anything that comes between you and your audience, whether it's distance or a piece of furniture, reduces your ability to connect. Do what you can to close the distance between you and your audience so that a more personal connection can be made. Number 4, pause every time you advance to the next slide. One of the biggest mistakes presenters make is to immediately begin talking as soon as they flip to the new slide. That creates a battle between the audience members' eyes and ears. The eyes are trying to absorb the new slide while the ears are trying to listen to the presenter. Well, guess which sense wins that battle? The visual will be more powerful than the auditory in almost every case, at least temporarily. That means audience members will not be hearing what you're saying until they're done absorbing that new slide. This is why it's critical to pause. Look at each new slide along with your audience members. The more complicated the slide, the longer the pause must be, which is a good reason to make sure that we keep our slides simple. Once you've given the audience ample time to absorb the new slide, you can begin talking and be assured that they can actually hear what you came to say. Number 5, keep the lights bright. Some presenters dim the lights. They might do this because they want to give the audience a brighter screen. This just isn't necessary because modern projectors have a very bright beam and they illuminate the display screen perfectly well, even in a fully lit room. More likely, though, presenters are dimming the lights because they're experiencing some stage fright and they would just as soon be less visible or disappear entirely. But remember, it's much more important for you, the presenter, to be brightly lit and highly visible rather than the screen. Make it a priority to illuminate yourself, not the display screen. The presenter and the audience are the stars of the program. The PowerPoint slides are simply supporting material. My name is Mike Consol. I teach PowerPoint presentation skills. I invite you to come to my website, mikeconsol.com, and sign up for my blog.